full moon to all of you YouTube subscribers. Lotus Dawn here with Blossom with the Stars, True to the Stars Sidereal Astrology, here for part 2 of the full moon update. The energy on the earth is so profound and so powerful with this full moon. I wanted to dive into what is the energetic dance of all of the planets right now. What might this be bringing up for all of you? And how can we find the best path through, the most transformational path to our highest and best with this full moon? So one of the biggest things that's happening right now with the full moon is that we currently have Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, the destiny point, the sun, and Chiron. So about 7 things in the constellational sign of Pisces. This is very interesting because Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. It's the last sign before Aries begins, which is the new beginning. And so what's really interesting is to have all these planets in Pisces at this full moon, and the fact that we are in a numerological year of 9. 9 is the final number in the numerological spread. And so we have 7 things in Pisces, which is the last sign of the zodiac. We have this year being numerologically a 9, which is all about completion, finishing things, getting to a state of healing and resolution, going within, and really preparing for the new cycle. And so a lot of what this full moon energy is bringing up is a lot of completion. Nowhere is that more apparent than the fact that Venus, the planet of love, the billionaire planet, the planet related to our hearts, related to what we love, the planet related to making lots of money, windfalls of opportunity for abundance, really the goddess energy, has been retrograde from March 1st until today, April 12th. And so the energy is really starting to move forwards today as Venus goes direct. However, there's also the fact that it's a full moon, and it takes some time for Venus, when she begins to go direct again, to shift from her focus. And so when Venus is retrograde, and she was since March 1st, the focus is on things related to the heart, things that we love. This can be past relationships, this can be people in our lives that maybe there's some unresolved emotional stuff with. And so over the last several weeks, we've been being asked with Venus retrograde to go within, to look at past love relationships, to heal our hearts. And so it's been a very kind of emotional, tumultuous time, plus with 7 things in Pisces, which is a water sign, symbol being the 2 fishes, all about our emotional, intuitive connection to God, to source, to something greater. It's the last sign of the zodiacal wheel, so it's really representative of internal space. I often talk about Pisces as being the womb, where we're gestating an idea, we're tuning into the dream, we're focusing on what we're feeling and going within before we give birth to the new idea, before the new creation is born. And it's also the space and the place we go into when we're completing something, when something is finished, and also on the wheel of life, when we return back to God, we return back to source. And so it's the space of before something occurs, and the space of completion and finish before you begin a new cycle. So we have 7 planets in this sign, a water sign, connected to being in tune with our intuition, connecting to God, connecting to source, connecting to something higher. And we have a full moon, which means that the moon is always directly opposite the sun. And so what that looks like is that all these 7 planets in Pisces, directly opposite them on the chart is the moon. What is the moon? The moon is our emotion. Moon is how we feel. And the moon at this full moon is in Virgo, which is the sign of earth. So where Pisces is all water and all flow, Virgo is the earth. Virgo is the handmaiden to the earth. She is all about collecting the beautiful flowers and fruits and herbs of the earth, working with the bees as a beekeeper, working with the plants and the animals as a veterinarian, helping to heal people who need healing. Virgo is the sign of giving. It's the sign of service. It's the sign of work, where Pisces is the sign of rest and rejuvenation and going within. Virgo is the sign of the daily grind, getting up, going to work, serving the world. I often call Virgo the handmaiden to the earth, and one of the ways that Virgo energy really shows up is as a midwife or a doctor or a nurse or a herbalist, someone who cares for others, someone who serves others. And so this is very much opposite the Piscean energy, which is not so much serving or doing, but more about being and receiving. And so a big polarity that's up today is the difference between giving and receiving, and learning to find a balance between how much we do and give versus how much we allow ourselves to fully and deeply and beautifully receive. And one of the biggest aspects that you may be noticing that may be coming up where you're like, wow, there's something very deep and profound, is that today the sun, the beautiful solar light, which is all about illumination and bringing things to light, is exactly conjunct Chiron. And so today is very interesting because we have the full moon, which is the sun and moon directly opposite. We have Venus, the planet of love, the planet of bounty and abundance. Like, think about the goddess overflowing with all the gifts. That's Venusian energy. Finally going direct, which means our finances are going to be improving. It means that instead of the focus on past love relationships, it might be a time where we actually meet a new love or a new partner. I actually just had a reading with a beautiful, beautiful dear client of mine, and I said, looking at her chart, it's looking like from how the planets are interacting with your chart, you're probably going to meet someone. So I just want to throw that out there. And she wrote me and she said, I did. I met someone, and she sent me pictures, and it was so exciting. And so I love doing chart readings to help people find love and also to predict love. You know, how are the planets affecting my house of love? Because there's actually a house of partnership. There's actually a house of romance. And you can see where the other planets are lining up and how that might be affecting you around relationships. It's very interesting. So what's going on today is that one of the planets in Pisces, which is Chiron, Chiron is one of the most challenging planets. It's known as or asteroid actually, it's known as the wounded healer. And so wherever we have Chiron will denote what the wound is, whether it's in our own chart or it's in the chart of the collective. And the chart of the collective currently has Chiron, the wounded healer, in the sign of Pisces with these 6 other planets. And today on the full moon, it has the sun exactly conjunct it with the moon directly opposite it. So sun and moon activating Chiron. Chiron is known as the greatest wound. Chiron is they say the wound is where the light gets in. And so when you have both sun and moon illuminating the wound, it can mean that we have great awareness come to light today. And it might be something as simple as an unconscious heaviness or just a sense of I feel something. And what that means is that as a collective, we're being given an opportunity to heal. Maybe it's a loss, maybe it's a sadness, maybe it's a grief. When it's Chiron in Pisces, I often think of spirituality, religion, our connection to God, our connection to our dream, our connection to what we fantasize or we imagine, that there was a wounding that happened around our ability to dream, around our ability to imagine, around our ability to connect to God, to connect to our spiritual self, to connect to our higher self, that may have happened in this lifetime. It may have happened in a past lifetime. It may have happened in the DNA or the ancestry. And it may also be held in the collective field as something that we went through collectively in through within humanity. And so all of you watching this are very light-filled, bright, divine, empowered psychic souls. And so you might be intuitively picking up on, with your psychic radar, the intensity of perhaps a wound around religion, spirituality, around dreams, around imagination, around being able to do the things you wish to do, around creating something that feels like a big dream. And so there may be a certain, it's so interesting because yesterday when I came out and I filmed the video, it was light. I just felt this beautiful energy. And this evening, it's still beautiful. It's still dreamy. It's still like a mystical. That's the Piscean energy. But today I felt like, wow, there's a certain heaviness in the collective. And so I really wanted to get on here and send the medicine of all these beautiful flowers and the medicine of the awareness that Chiron, the wounded healer, is literally sandwiched between the sun and moon today. Sun is illumination and moon is emotion. And so I wonder, what is the universe assisting us as a collective and as individuals to allow ourselves to feel and allow ourselves to heal? Because what the moon does is it's magnetic and it pulls things that were buried deep underneath and pulls it to the surface so we can feel it. In fact, the full moon is a time when a higher percentage than average women will go into labor if they're pregnant, because the power of the moon to pull and draw things out. So I really want to invite you to just kind of join me for a moment here as I sit here in this beautiful open expanse of nature with these beautiful healing flowers, to tune into, is there anything coming up for you right now at the full moon? Is there any density? Is there any sort of emotional energy you're picking up on in yourself or in the collective? Is there any grief or sadness or loss? And can it be okay that it's there? Can you allow yourself simply to feel it? Simply to notice it? Is there any way you feel blocked around dreaming, around getting into your imagination, around allowing yourself to dream? Yeah, just tune into it with me. And we're just going to invite all of the beautiful energy of the earth and the light of our higher selves to come in. We're just going to go through a little process here. Could it be okay for us to feel what we're feeling? Could we allow ourselves to simply sit with what's there, to allow it to percolate, to allow it to breathe, to allow it to be? And can we just be okay with it? Could we be okay if this just exists and we just sit here with it for a moment? Could we allow ourselves to just feel whatever it is that we're feeling and just breathe with it? Just hold space for it. Just allow it to be there. And just notice, could you be okay if it never went away? And notice if that is a triggering thought. Good. Good. Notice that. Even if I feel like it's not okay, if this never goes away, it's okay. I still love and accept myself. And you can join me with this right now if you want. You're just rubbing what's called the tender spot, and you're just acknowledging what you're feeling. Good. Even if this feeling never goes away, could I allow myself to be okay? As I am, where I'm at. Can I acknowledge that it's okay to be feeling what I'm feeling and to be going through what I'm going through? Yeah. Good. Deep breath in and out. And even if I never get over this, and even if this never goes away, and even if I have to feel this eternally, can I be okay? Can I still love and accept myself just as I am? Because sometimes the more that we're not okay with something changing, the more we're not okay with what we're feeling, the longer we have to feel it. And so the trick really becomes becoming okay with whatever it is we're feeling, allowing it to be there, welcoming it, allowing ourselves to feel it fully, allowing it to be there if it never goes away, and then noticing, am I attached to any outcomes? Am I attached to this healing? Am I attached to this never going away? Wow. Am I attached to it going away? So even if I'm attached to all these outcomes with what I'm feeling, even though I'm attached to wanting to feel better, it's okay. I still totally and fully and completely love and accept myself exactly for who I am and exactly for where I'm at. It's okay to be feeling what I'm feeling. It's okay to be where I'm at. Good. And take a deep breath in and out. And just notice how you feel now. Notice if you feel lighter. It's always really inspiring if we do healing work to hear what your experience is in the chat. It's helpful for other people who are going through the same thing. And I just want to acknowledge you and me in this world that we're being asked with the planetary alignment to heal on such a deep level right now. And it could very well be bringing up very deep levels of emotion. And so I want to just invite you to be very loving to yourself right now and hold space. Take a bath tonight, put some salt in it, and allow yourself to surrender and let go. That's the motto of the Piscean energy. Surrender and let go, and yet care for yourself and find the healthy flow with Moon and Virgo to find that balance between your spiritual nature and the grounded practicality of living on this earth and all of the beautiful gifts that the Earth Mother has for us and all the plants and the flowers and nature. And I just send you so much love. May whatever this time of the full moon is bringing up be an opportunity and a gift to allow it to come up, to allow it to come out, to allow it to come up and send it to the moon, letting it go, just letting whatever you're going through, whatever you're feeling, letting it go to the moon tonight, just sending it up to be transmuted, to be transformed, to be fully released and cleared out of all of the levels and layers of your body and being. And I just send you immense love and compassion. May this full moon be an opportunity for healing. May it be an opportunity for you to fully love and accept yourself and be with whatever's there, to become stronger and brighter in the beauty and light that you are. Sending you biggest love from my heart, wishing you a happy full moon, an exciting time of Venus going direct, and so many opportunities coming through with more information about the millionaire planet Jupiter and Ragel's alignment coming very soon. Biggest love, my friends. I appreciate you so much. Aloha.